Recently, Riskin tweeted this: "In the kitchen, see you on Monday, stuff gets stuffed." And this made a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's fans really excited for what he was about to show off. And today, he released it. He posted this: "It's going to be a busy year, hashtag synesthesia and hashtag return of the black bloom." And posted this teaser trailer. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when I saw this trailer, it immediately came to mind that, hey, there's a lot of black flower imagery, Return of the Black Bloom. This doesn't feel like a Five Nights at Freddy's game. And honestly, I stand by that after thinking over it for a little bit longer. I don't think this is Five Nights at Freddy's. This, to me, I mean, there's a couple of stock assets that Five Nights at Freddy's used that he's also used in this trailer, but overall, this feels like something completely separate. Like this black flower, like this isn't a theme or motif in Five Nights at Freddy's anywhere, yet it's the focus of this teaser. So this feels like this is Riskin working on an original project, and that it's this original project that has been teased and hyped up for quite some time now. In addition to this, he also posted this alongside it. "Then the heart of the rose opened for him, exposing a yellow dazzle of light, and all thought was swept away on a wave of wonder." So, yeah, this doesn't feel like Five Nights at Freddy's. And honestly, in retrospect, it feels like... This also feels like the Abyss game, by the way. I don't think I actually said that yet. But this is also like deep underground, in like the depths of the Abyss or whatnot. So this feels like the Abyss imagery that we've been associating with Five Nights at Freddy's has actually been associated with this Return of the Black Bloom project. So this probably means a lot of things that we've been hyping up and assuming was for Five Nights at Freddy's was for something completely else. So, but I don't think everything. So there is, when I was thinking over it, my original thoughts was, oh, then nothing Five Nights at Freddy's has actually been teased up to this point. And I will, to an extent, agree with my past self a little bit and say that, yeah, a lot of it probably was for this, but I can't get past this. This original teaser for Forgotten Names and Faces. This is literally a remix of Five Nights at Freddy's track. It literally name drops it in the tags. FNaF is literally FNAF, like I don't know what else to say here. If anything is Five Nights at Freddy's, it's this, and I really cannot get past this. I look at this and think, there was definitely at some point something Five Nights at Freddy's related being teased. Now, I don't think majority of it was. I think majority of the teasers and like the cryptic stuff is in post across all his projects have been for this. Also to add on to this, sorry, poor formatting, because I'm just kind of recording this on the day because I don't want to take too long trying to make this video. There have been a couple of teasers. If you've seen my previous videos on this subject, there have been a few teasers every now and then. I've kind of looked at it and said, hey, this doesn't feel like it's for Five Nights at Freddy's. This feels like something else. This feels weird. And at the time, I thought, oh, this is Leon Riskin trolling. Like, he was teasing the next Five Nights at Freddy's game, and then after that, he was just started trolling the community. That's kind of what I would thought was happening. But now that we have context of there being an entirely new original game, retrospectively, I think he's been teasing two things here, or at least two things. In the middle of that, he also randomly started teasing up the Sister Location original soundtrack and whatnot, but at least two things he's been teasing up to this point. And again, I really don't think this is this. I still think this is for Five Nights at Freddy's. But as for most of the other content I've covered, I think we've misunderstood it. I think we've misunderstood teasers for this project for Five Nights at Freddy's stuff because he's teased this around the same time. I think it's just kind of clever marketing that he's just kind of started building up his original project around the same time that Five Nights at Freddy's fans are like kind of diving into his stuff. Makes sense. I would do the same thing, honestly. Like if I was making a project and I wanted to get it out there, I'd probably put it in places I thought would get the most, attention as well. I'd probably put it in my Five Nights at Freddy's videos, whatever. I get it. But it does make things a bit confusing on our end, because now there's a lot of things that we thought was for Five Nights at Freddy's that I'm pretty confident weren't. Like the whole Abyss imagery. Obviously Gracefully Into the Abyss was like Help Wanted 2 soundtrack, but aside from that, like the poem and other things and whatnot, this feels like it also matches that Abyss imagery. So I feel like that was for this, which is why I put in the title of this video, hey, we got the Abyss trailer, because I do think this is our Abyss project. But I think it's separate from this. So I kind of wanted to kind of update on that, because I thought it was important for people to know. Oh, what was this again? Alright, I already read that. Of course, there'll be some people that still think even this is for Five Nights at Freddy's, but honestly, I really just don't see it. This imagery and this style is not Five Nights at Freddy's. So, I think that's all I've really got to say. I've tried recording this video quite a few times, so I was a bit late on it. So I don't really want to draw this out any longer than I have to. If anything more comes out of specifically this, like Forgotten Names and Faces specifically, then I'll cover it, because I feel like Forgotten Names and Faces has to be Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't see, like, I understand, like, things like the Abyss stuff and all the weird imagery, like the whatever was roaring in one of those sister location stuff was for this, but this has, I still stand by it. This feels like Five Nights at Freddy's. At least this original post still feels like it was for Five Nights at Freddy's. So if anything regarding, like, this specifically comes out, or anything new just in general that I feel like definitely is for Five Nights at Freddy's, I'll still cover it. But for the most part, I am just going to assume that most of the cryptic stuff from here on, as Riskin says, it's going to be a busy year, so over the course of this year he'll be building this up even more. I'm going to be assuming it's going to be for this, because this is going to be a project that I think is going to be more closer to Leon, considering this is an original project, at least I think it is. So I'd assume most of this year and his cryptic stuff upcoming will probably be for this. But if anything does come out that I think is for Five Nights at Freddy's, I'll still cover it. I'll keep an eye out, and I'll try and make sure that I keep you guys in the loop. But that's all I kind of wanted to say in this video. We also, like, regardless of the Leon Riskin stuff, right, sorry, I'm really bad at this. Regardless of the Leon Riskin stuff, the Five Nights at Freddy's release schedule, like, every 2 years. Every 2 years is the big release, and in between that, we usually have a build-up year. It's like 2025 with Secret of the Mimic. This year should be the build-up for the next game, and so the next game should be next year, I think, because that's kind of the release schedule so far. So I still think, like, even if we don't get anything else from Leon Riskin specifically, because he's doing other things, I still feel like we'll get teasers for the next Five Nights at Freddy's game this year. But it'll probably be late this year. It probably won't be anytime soon. Again, I will cover it when it happens. If it happens, I assume it will. But for now, that's all I want to say in this video, for real this time. And I'll see you next time.